Welcome back, and now tune into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. It's me. It's my man, Ern. We in here rocking out 6 games, Ern.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, this is the Batman that should have been indicted. We talk about singling Batman out. This pervert, like, he skated, though. He skated. And the Browns came up.
Do you think the league will put in a...
No. They're going to let this die. The Browns won and Deshaun won.
They won. Dog.
Because he doesn't get that contract. Go ahead.
What do you think was the deciding factor for the judge who made this call?
Him sitting out the whole year last year. Houston not trying to... Like, him just being in that situation where there was no way he was going to get on the field, I feel like helped him only get 6 games this year. And then another part of the conversation that like people aren't going to like, but he's a pervert and a creep and a weirdo, but does that mean he's a criminal? And I think it's a sensitive subject when it comes to these things that involve, people with their libo and unwanted attention versus there's a difference between saying no and like where do you draw the line between
like he didn't force the next
trying
level.
Between trying,
he was inappropriate. He was OC. He was perverted. What he did
inappropriate, was out of control. Should have his ass beat. Should be like, if it was the old ways, like Bama's in the community would find this Bama and put hands on him. Like, this is not how you rock with the youngins in the community. But is there a crime that he broke where he would end up in jail? And the authorities have already said no. So this is basically a civil matter at this point.
Yeah, and I think that's what went into the judge's ruling, was that if there were criminal like things that he was found guilty of, then it would have been. I think it would have made a stronger case on behalf of the NFL to then get that year-long suspension. But based upon the league's rules, because the league has, rules that are surrounding what constitutes as conduct detrimental. And then just they have like their own measuring stick for how they're going, do things. If the judge is looking at that, I have this information. I'm looking at the evidence presented. I'm looking at what's already happened in the evidence that they're presenting. And they're looking to make a fair ruling, right? And the whole point of the judge is to be impartial. If it was up to the league, it'd have been a year. If it was up to Deshaun, it would have been no games, right? So this seems to me to be like, I would say, a fair ruling. Even though I know that people have a big issue with the ruling, and I think the league, they're kind of like, we don't want to be taking the town for this decision being made, but it don't matter what decision is made. Nobody's going to be happy with it. It's going to be an article, whether he got 12, 14, 15 games, people are going to have something negative to say or positive or whatever. It's just the nature of news cycles and situations like this. The Bama is a cold perv. Let me put that on the record.
That's right. You already know.
And you see what happened to Mystical this week.
Right.
Pervert Bamas like this, they get a slap on the wrist. Sometimes, what Mystical did years in jail, and that still wasn't enough. So,
and then beat another rape case not that long ago, and then just got another. So, dog, you gotta castrate some of these dudes. Like, if Bamas don't get the hint off, you should be one and done with the perv. If a Bama get caught with 2 strikes on some perv stuff, castrate.
It will stop all the perv stuff. I'll tell you that much.
Bamas will be extra cautious too. That'll fix Me Too and anything perv related. Bamas, they're gonna be scared to say good morning in the office.
Dog, Bamas gonna walk with their head down, nothing.